Hello everybody and welcome. Today we continue our exploits in the Enterprise National League. Have we continued our recent good turn of good form and have we moved any closer to the playoffs? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 21 of To Be a Legend FM 26 style as we start the series managing Radcliffe, known as the Borough, for FM 26. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games in the Enterprise National League match days 19 and 20. We're away first off to Boreham Wood and then at home to Braintree, and some other things have gone on, as you know. I think at the end of the last episode we knew that we were going to be playing Fleetwood in the Emirates FA Cup second round, but we have been drawn in the Isuzu FA Trophy third round against Gateshead, who we lost in the I think it was the FA Cup. It was the FA Cup last season, but they were in the National League. We were in the National League North. We've reversed roles, so that'll be coming up in the next episode. So we'll be playing York City in between, and then Fleetwood and Gateshead. A cup episode. Since you were last with us, last time out, we had two wins. Wealdstone in the FA Cup first round, getting us through to the second round for the first time ever as a club. And then we beat Newport County 3-1 in the National League, which left us in quite a good position. We played two games since you've been away. Sutton United, it was a 2-1 win at Sutton United. Matthew Whittingham getting an 8.15, 46% of the possession, 15 shots, 8 on target against their 10 shots, 9 on target. 9 of their 10 on target. They weren't an easy side to beat, that was for sure. Luke Enright from Matt Whittingham on 41, 1-0 at half-time. Danny Elliott making it 2-0. In early in the second half, and it was a penalty and 1 minute into added time at the end of the game that gives Sutton a consolation goal, and just made it a bit squeaky bum for a few minutes. Nadzan, the scorer of that one, and then we played, I lost it again, there we go, Truro City, who were now near the bottom, and they caused us all sorts of problems. Patterson getting them a lead after 3 minutes. Took us a further 7 minutes before Deverne Green converted a Robinson cross, headed goal on 10 minutes into the back of the net, and Deverne Green supplying Danny Elliott for our second on 29 minutes, looking good for the lead on the half hour, but just before half time Marsh puts us to the sword, and it was 2-2 at half time. We couldn't find a way through in the second half. 55% of the possession, 22 shots, 9 on target, 13 shots, 5 on target. I think we should have probably won that game. It was pretty even Stevens, as if you look at the who controlled the match and for what periods of time. It was pretty even Stevens, and we didn't seem to find a way through. And that means that we have ended up like this in the table. We had actually moved up to 7th place, but dropped down a couple of places because of that loss. In fact, we've probably dropped down because there's a number of teams have actually played early by the looks of it. We'll come to that in just a moment. Hartlepool have gone top because Rochdale slipped up here. So Hartlepool gone top again by 3 points over Rochdale. In fact, Rochdale got a game in hand, I notice. Rochdale haven't played then. Fylde are in third place. Altrincham, Braintree, who are our second opponents of today's episode. They lost a couple of games, but they seem to have got back on track succinctly. Carlisle and York City, the other teams in the playoff places as it stands at the moment. We're just outside with Newport County. Down the other end of the table, our opponents today for the first game of the episode, currently in 20th place. They've only won one in their last 5, drawn 1 and lost 3 games. Let's hope we can pick up 3 points on the road today, and then we have a home game against Braintree. Right, without any more to do, let's get on with it and have a look at the team that will face Boreham Wood. And here is the side that faces Boreham Wood in this National League Match Day 19. The team which we hope will beat them. But Boreham Wood, of course, a side near the bottom of the table. And as we know, football, and especially Football Manager, have a way of sneaking back at you. Wright is in goal because Thompson has had a bit of a dubious last couple of games, especially the last game. Robinson, Crooks, Byrne and Shackelford are defensive line. Doyle and Glendon in midfield. It's Whittingham, Harper and Green across that attacking midfield. And Luke Enright is back up front. The bench then today looks like this. It's Thompson, Park, McFadden, Riley, Taylor, Huntley and Elliott. And here we are, Boreham Wood playing a 4-2-3-1. Abdul Adamalik, who is been in one of other saves, playing as the number 10 today for Boreham Wood. We are 9th. Boreham Wood are 20th. Boreham Wood playing in all white. We're playing in our usual colours. And Boreham Wood get us underway. Robinson out on that far side, gives the ball away. And a through ball cut out by Niall Byrne to Vern Green. Harper has to cut back. Glendon. Shackelford finds Green. Green chips one in for Enright. Enright puts it in the back of the net. Perfect on the head for Enright. And Luke Enright back on the score sheet. And we take lead after 6 minutes. Shackelford. Green chips this ball in. Luke Enright gets ahead of the defenders. Just directs it beyond the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper will be annoyed at that. I think he should have had it, really. Forder with a kick. Harper. I was going to say goal kick, but I'm not sure if it was. Green on the ball. Cross this one in, looking for Enright again. This time Enright not getting there, but Robinson does. Tidies up. Glendon, Harper, Enright. Oh, he's come back off the woodwork. Goodness me. Glendon again. Doyle chips this one out wide to Green. Green. Shackelford. As we head towards half time. 2 minutes added at the end of this first half. And at half time, we've gone in 1-0. We've rode our luck a little bit, I think. 47% of the possession. We've had 11 shots, just the 3 on target. They've had 3 on target, but from 5 shots. Well, 0.68 against their 0.11. Match just managed to keep them at bay for now. We need to be a little bit better in the second half, but we're not playing badly. I guess out of all the players, Shackelford is the only one that's a little bit out of range today. That's Luke Enright getting this second half underway. Robinson with the ball out wide. Harper with the ball in midfield. Glendon. Green. Riley, who's come on for the injured Shackelford, who's got a knock somehow or other. Doyle fires one into Enright. Enright crosses ball in, looking for Whittingham. Whittingham. Robinson! And just over the top. And as we enter the 90th minute, 8 minutes added on, we've had 2 injuries so far in this second half, and we're struggling, I think. Hopefully injuries that are not going to cost us too much in the long run. We have a highlight. We are moving into the final minute of time added on. Riley, Huntley, Whittingham, Huntley! It's come back off the woodwork. Falls to Luke Enright. Luke Enright, it's offside. It won't count. And we have borne out a 1-0 win against Boreham Wood. And, well, we were in the ascendancy and really controlled most of that match, apart from the injuries. And hopefully, as I say, they're not going to impact us too much. Injuries to... who are the injuries to? Shackelford picked up a knock in the first half, and Glendon, I think, picked up or is it Doyle picked up a knock in the second half? Anyway, either way, we've picked up a win. 19 shots, 8 on target, 1.04 on the old XG. 54% of the possession. They had 7 shots, 4 on target, 0.21. Well, at least we've got the win. Well, we come back and the first bit of news is the injury to Paul Doyle. Nobody else is showing up as injured on here, so I'm taking that as a good sign. They're just little knocks. But Doyle did have to come off, and he's got a bruised heel, and he's going to be out for 2 weeks, which means he'll miss 2 or 3 games. So that is the news. And the day's results. In the National League, Hartlepool were top, but they've lost 1-0 to Yeovil Town and drop into second place. Who was up there? Rochdale have moved back up into top spot after beating Sutton United by 1-0 as well. Let's have a look at the table at the end of that round of matches. There's a number of teams have played an extra match as well. Hartlepool being one of them. Rochdale top on goal difference from Hartlepool, but Hartlepool have played a game more than them, so they could move away from them. Fylde are in 3rd place on 42. We move up into 8th place on 33 points. There's 3 teams ahead of us on 34, with 7 points adrift of Altrincham in 4th place. But we keep winning, and these teams mess up, especially Braintree, given that's now a 6-pointer. We could overtake them. In fact, Carlisle have played a game more than us, so that's also very, very good news. Right, it is 7 days down to the game against Braintree. We'll come back with any news just ahead of that. So you come back and join me on match day. In other news, I have been offered a new contract to stay at the club. We've turned it down. Basically because I think in my previous contract I had if I won the National League I'd get £10,000. I wanted to put that clause back in. They said, yeah, you can keep that in. However, we'll drop your wages from 1,100 a week to 975. And basically I said to them, well, forget it. You know, if we get promoted, you know, we put the team in a good position, and you don't want to back me up. So we'll let them stew on that for a little while. Today's match against Braintree. Braintree are 3 places above us. They're in 5th. We're in 8th, but 1 point. They have won their last 2 matches in a row after they lost 2 in a row. And we'll see how we get on against them today. They are our opponents. Let's go and have a look at the team that face Braintree. And here is the side that will face Braintree in this National League match day 20 at Stainton Park. And we have changed formation slightly back to this 4-3-3 because that's the formation they're playing, and we want to match them up. It's Thompson in goal then. It's Robinson, Park, Byrne and Shackelford, our defensive line. Park coming in for Crooks, who drops to the bench. Riley is our deep line playmaker because we still have that injury to Doyle. Glendon and Huntley are in midfield. It's Whittingham and Green as the wide players. Enright leads the attack up front. At the bench then looking like this today. It's Wright, Crooks of McFadden, Harper, Taylor, Lissymore and Elliott. Here we are back at Stainton Park playing our 4-3-3 today as our Braintree. They made 3 changes from their last match. Braintree in 5th. We are in 8th, just separated by 1 point. And for the second game in a row, our opponents are playing in white. And Braintree gets underway. No rain so far. And our first highlights, it's a free kick. Glendon, I think it's in range. He has had a go and he has put it away. On 6 minutes, Glendon from a free kick directly into the back of the net. And it's 1-0. We'll see it from this angle. Beats the goalkeeper, top corner. And I think the goalkeeper thought he was going to go for the other post and caught him out. They have a free kick. Smith with a free kick on that far side. Swung in. It's headed on. And Babek puts it away. Or Babic. And, well, it's 1-1 on 17 minutes. We had the lead for about 10 minutes there. Headed on by Cliff. And it was hung up. And I think as much Max Thompson could do about that. He protected his near post. Really, defender should have dropped onto the far post. As we head towards half-time, 1-1. It's pretty even, Stevens. 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Deverne Green trying to get around his man. Didn't make it. Back to the goalkeeper, who launches a long one. Headed down by Byrne. Whittingham. Riley, and he's given the ball away. And they're on a counter-attack. And danger ensues. Babic has beaten Thompson for a second time. And they take a lead in the first minute. Added on at the end of this first half. And, well, Babic in acres of space. And Thompson off his line. And all he had to do was chip him. And half-time has arrived. Well, yes, we didn't. They didn't have all of that match, and really, we should be in the lead. 60%, 4 shots, 2 on target, same as them. Our XG's a little bit less than them, and we need to be better in that second half. Babic, in midfield, has been the difference. And Enright gets us underway for this second half. We need to get that goal back sooner than later. Ortelli with a goal kick. Cut out by Enright. Enright pulls it down. Enright! Good save by the goalkeeper. Ortelli with a goal kick. And Elliott picks the ball up. Elliott! Good save again by Ortelli. And that's twice he's made that mistake. Twice he's made the save. Short corner here. Taylor to Whittingham. Whittingham back to Taylor. Taylor crosses it deep. And a penalty. We may get back on terms here. I think it was Byrne at the back post. Just need to convert this penalty. We're not been prolific at penalties. Who's going to take it? It's Taylor. And he's put it away. Goalkeeper went the right way. But we are level on 72 minutes. And I thought it had been saved for a minute. Taylor, who's come on. Oh, just tucked it beyond the goalkeeper. 2-2. Robinson threads this ball through for Danny Elliott. Couldn't get there before the goalkeeper. Ortelli beating him to it. Launches a long one. Byrne heading it down. Riley, Glendon, Harper, Elliott, Harper. Harper, what's he going to do? Harper's going to have a go. Try to squeeze it past the goalkeeper. But Oltelli has been better this second half, certainly. Launches another long one. Burn to Riley. Looking for Elliott. Riley. Robinson. Whittingham. We're in the ascendancy here, but we've given the ball away. And counter-attacks, they are dangerous. Kamara is going on a long run. We should have cut him out by now. And Babic. Oh, and he's beaten. Conrad Lucan beats Max Thompson. And I'd have had Max Thompson push that round the post, but he didn't. Conrad Lucan. Plenty of space. Nobody tried to cut him off. And Thompson getting down very late. And they are on the ball again. Cut out by Crooks, who's come on. Harper. Elliott. Can we get back level again? Oh, Elliott losing out to Burnham. And they're a difficult side to beat. Oh, Whittingham, give the ball away. Harper, we need to make use of this. Harper! Oh, it's come back off the woodwork. And we've been unlucky there. Headed on. And it's still alive. It's not gone out. Conrad Lucan. Ibrahim with a free kick. First minute of added time. Oh, and I'm not sure how that didn't go in. 6 minutes or 5 minutes? 5 minutes added on. Still time to get an equaliser here. Crooks with a free kick. We are in the final minute of this time added on. This is a last-ditch attempt, and it's a poor ball from Crooks. Shackelford heads it on. Riley. Taylor. It's going to be last ditch. And Danny Elliott gets us level at the death. Oh my goodness me. And it's all square. And probably no more than we deserve, really, when you look at the stats. Taylor scored one. And it come off the defender. And Danny Elliott puts it in the back of the net. And it's 3-3 on 95 minutes. It's all over. And we've managed to salvage a draw. Taylor and Elliott both coming on. Both having a tremendous impact when they came on. And made the difference. 54% of the possession. We had 17 shots in the end. 11 of which were on target. 2.78. They had 46% of the possession. 7 shots. 4 on target. 0.63. And I would suggest that Thompson was at fault for some of those goals. Well, Hartlepool stay top, having beaten Fylde by 2-1. The other team that were near the top, Rochdale, losing 4-1 to York City, dropped down into third. Who's gone up into second then? Altrincham beating Solihull Moors by 2-1 in the games today. The table at the end of the episode looks like this. Hartlepool and Altrincham are in first and second, separated by 3 points. But bear in mind that they have played a game more than the raft of teams underneath them. Rochdale in third on 43, Fylde on 42. Then there's a 5-point gap to Braintree, who are on... Sorry, York City, who are on 37. Braintree on 35. And, of course... we remain in 8th place on 34 points, 3 points behind York City. And games that if we could string some wins together, we'd be all right. But there's a little bit of a gap between these guys here. And, well, it remains to be seen whether we can push and get ourselves locked into the playoff place. Not halfway yet, so there is plenty of time. Right, we're going to play York City, who are just above us, and that could be a 6-pointer in the next game. We're going to play that offline, and we're going to come back for a cup episode. It's going to be second round FA Cup match against Fleetwood. Can we go and see our game against the big boys and big money if we can get past Fleetwood? They are in League 2 currently, we'll see. And then it's an FA Trophy third round against Gateshead. Played them in the FA Cup last season and lost 1-0. But they were in the National League. We were in the National League North. We've swapped places because they're in the National League North and we're in the National League this time. I hope you can join me for that, but at the same point, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all episodes of To Be a Legend as they are released. The best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is follow me on X at JustOffside2. We hope to see you for the next episode, but thank you for watching this one, and we'll see you next time for episode 22. Till then, goodbye.